welcome back to the Mindful Shift podcast. Hi, I'm Leopoldine, and if you're new here, welcome. I'm so glad you're joining our tribe. This podcast is designed to empower you and help you create your best life. In this episode, I want to share something amazing I've learned from Neville Goddard, and that is also in my free book if you didn't see it yet. Did you know that you can actually manifest any desire you have in only 3 days? Even less. I've seen it happen myself because I literally tested it, and I know you can do it too. And for this, like I said all the time in all the podcasts, it is crucial for us to keep our thoughts in alignment with what we want being already yours. Because our beliefs, our thoughts, shape and create our reality. And we often tell ourselves stories that limit us. It's not possible because this, it's not possible because that. And if you can reset your mindset and think you can manifest something in less or 3 days, then you absolutely can. Because you are the creator of your reality. You are the one setting the rules for manifestation, as I always say. And I know some people might say, what's the rush? Things happen when they are meant to happen. But honestly, while it can be true if it's your belief, and of course, you don't need to stress about the timing. But if you want something to happen in time crunch, then you can do it too. And Neville definitely believed you could manifest anything you desire in only 3 days. Even like $1 million. And at the end of the day, it really is about what you convince yourself of. What you choose to think about dominantly. So never think that if you align your thought and truly think without a doubt that what you want is already yours, you can manifest it in under 3 days or even less. And for this, he created even a challenge sort of test that he gave the people that follows him or saw his speeches to show them that law of attraction can work quickly. And I really think you should give it a try after watching this episode. And if it's not your first time, if you already heard that story, if you already know all this about law of assumption or manifestation, please just take a moment, clear your mind, and approach this as if it's your first time. Even if you watch a ton about this already, even if you know all this. Start again, treat it like a fresh start, starting today and commit to it fully. And you actually might be surprised by how quickly things unfold for you when you open to new possibilities. And sometimes we accumulate so much knowledge about some things that we start doubting ourselves about every little things. Am I doing this right? Is this really working? And doing so, thinking this, you are creating resistance and doubts, wavering without even you realizing it. So don't overthink it, don't question yourself, and just go for it, bestie. Because I'm sure you noticed this, I know I did, that sometimes we try something for the first time, we just go for it, give it a go, without any other thought. And strangely or not, it's working like magic. It just clicks. And that's mostly because we are free from any doubt, any resistance about it. We don't have assumption already about that thing we are trying. And like I said, if Neville, who is like a Master Manifestor, right? And a well-known teacher about law of assumption, believed you could manifest in 3 days or even less, then why wouldn't you? He was so confident that it even gave it as a test. So try to approach anything you desire, your manifestation, as a fun experiment to do. I said it in another podcast. Don't take things so seriously. Make it fun. And we know by now that to truly convince your subconscious, you need repetition first. And here, no matter what it is, even if it's your dream mansion, your dream job, $1 million like we said, it doesn't matter. You can manifest anything under 3 days. Because manifestation is just that. If I consistently think for myself that I have what I want right now and then I stick stubbornly to that thought over and over again on loop, or every time I think about what I want, and I don't waver, I don't doubt it, contradicting myself. I'm just saying to myself over and over again, it's already mine anyway. It's a done deal. And according to Neville, that's literally how you manifest in only 3 days, by being disciplined about it too. And honestly, isn't that a cool concept? Super easy to understand, right? So Neville claimed in his teaching that when you really want something and you think it as if you already have it, without a doubt, literally you don't second guess it, you can see it manifest in your life, in your 3D reality, in 3 days or even less. And I'm paraphrasing him, not quoting him directly, but he said something like, if there is something you really want, experience it in your imagination, as if it's real, ignoring everything that is contrary to that assumption. And what Neville means by that, he is encouraging you to think as if you already have what you want, every time you think about what you want. And that's it. That's all there is to it, like I said before. And usually he advised to do what we call SATs, a state akin to sleep, to connect deeply with your subconscious and so convince it more easily and fast. It's essentially being into a relaxed state, like before you are falling asleep, for example. But it's also when you wake up in the morning and at different times during your day when you are doing a repetitive task. And those times are called SATs, state akin to sleep. And in those moments, you can either imagine a brief scene or thinking affirmations. If you imagine a scene, you are imagining a scene for a few seconds where you literally see yourself having what you want. Or in the case of affirmation, you tell yourself you already have what you want. No matter that is getting your dream job or receiving that text. And you're doing this on loop in that relaxed state of mind, either when you're about to fall asleep or when you wake up in the morning or during those repetitive tasks during your day even. And it really is that simple. But yes, it is that powerful. And yes, I know this process isn't as tough as it seems because anyone can do it. For example, I can do it, so I'm sure you can. And to be fair, you've been doing it subconsciously through your whole life. You've been manifesting all your life. You are already a master manifestor. You just need to own it. You just did it before without realizing it. Now, when you do that process, you are doing it consciously. You are taking back your power. And when I talk about Neville, I know many of you might worried about not being able to visualize. And like I said before, you can do the same thing, just affirming in your head. It's exactly the same, it's just a preference. No matter the technique you use, but before sleep or waking up, it's easier to affirm or visualize or even have a conversation. But no matter it's visualizing or affirmations, it works exactly the same because as you relax and your brain slow down, your subconscious recreates anyway images for you. Yes, even with affirmation, your subconscious will create images when you affirm. Even if you are not aware of it, it will create images in your subconscious. So don't even stress if you can't see things clearly in visualization or if you just affirm. It doesn't matter as long as you have the intention and you're thinking about what you want as being yours already. Don't create resistance for yourself. You don't need that. Focus on affirmations that remind you of what you want being already yours or being who you want to be instead of worrying about it. You can't do anything wrong. You are doing it right. You did it all your life. And whatever feels right for you, that it is affirming, visualizing, having conversation, telephone technique in your head, then it's the right thing, period. Because you think so. And because you think so, it is the thing you should do. You are the one setting the rules. No one else. It is your reality. So Neville said, if you saturate your mind with the thought of your chosen hand and align your thoughts with what you want being already yours, you will be then thinking and operating through your day from a place that makes it already a fact, as if it's already a done deal for you. And the idea is really that when you think consistently about something, dominantly about something, it's as if it already has happened for you. And when you wake up in the morning, when you do that at night before sleep, it's not like it's a future possibility or even hope or wish. No, it's already done. It will happen any moment now. And really, all you need to do is commit yourself to a mental diet for 3 days. And mental diet just means that you correct yourself and think only about what you want as if it's already yours. And during those 3 days, in that relaxed state of mind, when you are about to fall asleep, when you wake up in the morning or during your day through repetitive tasks, especially also every time you think about your desire during your day, you just visualize or affirm what you want being yours. And every time you focus solely on that visualization or those affirmations, ignoring any outside distractions, or even looking for already movements or signs. No, you don't, because the answer is already inside of you. That's the only movement you need to check. It's inside your thoughts. It really is that simple, and all you need is 3 days of self-discipline and commitment. You don't really need to wait months and weeks and years on it for results. You can have it tomorrow at the max in 3 days. And I know you can do this, bestie. Let go of doubt, stop wavering, and commit for 3 days to your multi-diet. Remind yourself each night and every morning that what you want is already yours. Own it and view it as a fun experiment, because it could be really powerful and fun. Honestly, it could be fun. Make it fun for you. And an important point to talk about is that Neville also mentioned that if you are changing your mindsets during your day or wavering, basically if you think the opposite of what you want, it can slow the manifestation process. It won't make it impossible to manifest, but it might delay your manifestation. Because if you doubt or waver to old thought patterns, it will just make it longer perhaps for you to manifest. And it's not always the case, but depending on your resistance and limited beliefs and wavering, more or less it can. But even with doubt, even with wavering, as long as you persist, and you think every day about what you want being yours, sticking to your practice, it will happen anyway. It has no choice but to show up. While wavering might extend the time before you see your manifestation, it doesn't have to be months or years. It's maybe a few days more. So the test usually Neville gave his students or people that went to a speech is he usually make them doing that exercise to climb a ladder for 3 nights before sleep, seeing their hands on the rungs and feeling their feet climbing up. And usually he said to them to try it out, and if they manifested climbing a ladder in real life, 3 days later or within a week max, they could come back to his next speech. But if they don't, they didn't. And many people did that. Tried this and even shared the experience. And during the day, he even advised them to write something like, "I will not climb the ladder," and place that note everywhere they can see it during the day and read it. So the fun part is, even telling themselves, "I will not climb the ladder" during their day, reading the note, they still envisioned it climbing the ladder at night before sleep, right? Every night. And most of them, and then climbing a ladder after 3 days or like a week max, before next Neville's speech, so they could come back. And Neville was that confident they could succeed in that really short time. And this story of the 3 days manifestation by Neville really highlights how our imagination and thoughts are powerful. Because you really can manifest anything you desire just by using your imagination or thoughts. It's just thoughts anyway. And it really does work. But you have to try it consciously for yourself, even if you did it all your life. And I've seen this in my life many times by now. Though I never used the ladder technique because I didn't need it to prove to myself that I could climb a ladder to believe in it. Like I said, I already believed in manifestation when I stumbled about those assumptions. My first manifestation was just manifesting a text, and it worked anyway, within minutes, like I said in the last podcast. And speaking of, I have a success story I want to share with you. I know I said I'm not focused on love, but because most of you watching my videos are, I recently wanted to try a video I posted with affirmation about relationship. I think it was the video to manifest obsessive and attraction for a crush. But for me, I had no one in mind, and I just wanted to perhaps manifest with it a love interest. That was my main intention with this. And after listening to it for 2 days in a row, and yes, I just used it like a subliminal because I'm not focused on manifesting love at the moment, but I was like, use it as a subliminal. So I passed my video on repeat, on loop, and I do it like really fast so I couldn't hear my own voice. And in only 2 days, something crazy happened. 4 people from my past reached out to me. They expressed how much they missed me me and that I was an amazing person. I was not expecting that because I wasn't thinking about anyone in particular. And 2 of them were literally past love interests, past crushes. And 3 days later, well, 1 day after that, I met someone fun that has to hang out with me. And so we did. We spent time together one night. And then the next day, he was eager and said, when will be the next time I hang out with you? It was fun. So I did manifest a kind of love interest in only 3 days, which was my intention. And I wasn't the one reaching out after we hang out. He was. It worked in only 3 days. And in only 2 days, I had already huge movements. It really is incredible how our imagination and thoughts can be. Really it is. And Neville really knows his stuff, you know? He has been teaching it for years and years before. There is many books from him. And manifestation can really work in less than 3 days anyway. It can even be instant if you wishes to. You are the one setting the rules for yourself. Even about time. I said it before and I say it again. You are the creator of your own life, your own reality, including manifestation rules for yourself. And I have seen lately a lot of TikToks, especially in French, that keep suggesting that working on self-concept is primordial and you need to do that first. And they even teach like complicated techniques and all. But honestly, you don't need to do that. You don't even need to work on your self-concept first. It doesn't have to be that hard. Please keep things simple for yourself. And all you have to do is choose to discipline yourself, your mind. Stop thinking about past events and circumstances and start thinking about what you want as being already yours. That's all you need to do to manifest what you want. You don't have to do anything else. That's all there is to it. And if you stay focused and disciplined, those desires of yours can appear and manifest unexpectedly fast in the most unexpected ways, most of the time, to be honest. And while I do agree, changing how you think and how you view yourself is still important, since it's also about self-concept, about manifestation, being a creator of your reality, being able to manifest fast and easily, and that you deserve anything that you want anyway. It is not a requirement to manifest something that you want. You don't have to do that. As long as you keep your mindset focused about what you want being yours, that's all you need to do, and it will happen no matter what. And many people agree that we already see this, like Louise A, Joe Dispenza, Joseph Murphy, for example, not only Neville. So if you consistently think about what you want being yours, it will, no matter what, show up in your life. Because our thoughts are that powerful. And you don't need to believe it. You don't need to feel anything for it. And I know in Neville's teaching, it does emphasize that you need to feel the end, to feel the feeling of the end already been manifested. But for example, when you are affirming or visualizing in an already drowsy state, like when you're falling asleep, it honestly does feel more real to you anyway, especially when you are thinking those thoughts on loop over and over again. Your subconscious don't have eyes and it only believes what you tell it consistently. So just picture something for a few seconds on loop or tell yourself something on loop, like affirmations, and your mind will start to believe it, to be convinced of it no matter what. Because it can't make the difference between your reality and what you tell yourself. And the thing is, the more you repeat it on loop, the more you will be convinced that it's real. And when you are about to fall asleep, you literally won't be able to tell if it was real what you imagined and told yourself or if it wasn't. Your brain will be tricked and you will naturally feel as if you're already there, as if you already experienced it. You won't have to force yourself into feeling. It will happen anyway. You will feel the feeling at one point. Even if it's neutral, you know, as if like, I know I already have it. I know it's already mine anyway. It doesn't have to be full joy and all that stuff. It can, but you also can feel like neutral, like peaceful about it. So that's also why you don't have to force yourself to feel anything. When you repeat those thoughts on loop and consistently, you will manifest a feeling. That's the first thing you manifest when you are manifesting. An emotion usually, or a different state of mind you stay in. You change your mindset because only repetition is enough. So yes, when you are visualizing and affirming on loop during those sad moments, your mind will strike with reality and what is happening. Like I said, it won't make the difference. You will just feel immersed in it. And no matter that you are falling asleep in that state during this practice or when you are waking up after it in the morning, you can repeat the same thing over and over again on loop for a few minutes. And even through your day when you are doing a repetitive task, like taking your shower, brushing your teeth, doing your chores, cooking, doing your sport, it will help saturate your mind with the thought that you already have what you want right now, or even any minute now for that matter. Trust the process, keep your thought in check, correct yourself every time if needed to maintain your thoughts aligned, and don't resist the idea. You already have what you want because you think so. And through your day, don't stress it, don't waver or correct yourself again and again if you need to. Choose again and you will be surprised how fast it happened. You will be amazed about the quick result you have. So yes, Neville is a master of manifestation through imagination mostly, but like we said before, he's not alone in that belief. He even had himself a teacher. He was not the first and only one talking about the law of assumption. And I've experienced it myself in 3 days and even less, more than once. So if you can stop wavering for a minute or even 3 days, stay disciplined with your thoughts, keep thinking as if it's already yours right now or in a minute now, you can manifest anything in 3 days or even less. Think about how amazing it will be to have finally everything you dreamed about. And because you desire it, you can have it. That's it for today. Let me know how it worked for you in the comments below when you try it. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And remember, it's not the end until you get what you want. Have an amazing week. I'll see you in the next video. Bye!